morning, everyone. It feels like a Monday. You'll never believe how long I slept today. I still have sleep marks on my face. I slept until 8:30. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I got a Facebook Live in an hour and a half. I was just like a wreck. I had to take a shower, eat something. Oh my Lord, I still got the sleep marks. Oh well, you know, when I was 26, those sleep marks would go away in like 20 minutes. Now it takes, like half a day. Oh goodness. I'm so sorry. I probably was a little bit late. And then I had started setting up my phone. And then as soon as I had it going, I was like, oh, wait a second. I didn't turn off all my notifications, so I had to go in and do that. Oh, wow, we have a lot of watchers today. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, so those of you, I have not gotten to any of my emails or anything, any messages, nothing. I was actually up till almost 2 in the morning, so that probably explains why I slept so long. I'm taking the day off on Friday. I have so much to do. And then I was getting kits out. So all of the kits for January are going in the mail today. So I got all of the postage printed and just got that all ready. So for those of you, I know I saw some emails. I mean, I did scroll through my phone. When are the kits shipping? They are shipping today. So for those of you that are don't really understand how I do kits, I come out like the first Tuesday of a new month, debuting my kit. Then I have the sign up period for 10 days or so. And then after the sign up period is over, that's when I place the Stampin' Up! Order to get all the supplies. Well, then once the supplies come in, then it's a process of, cutting and packaging. And of course, I only work during the week. I don't typically work weekends. So then the kits don't ship out until the last week of the month. The only exception was December, because I took the last week of the month off, so I shipped them early in December. But otherwise, my kits normally do not ship until the last week of the month. Just an FYI. I know that's been a little bit of a confusion for people, but honestly, they're going to be on the way today. Thanks to me staying up till 2 a.m. But no, it was actually on my calendar to get it done anyway today. But I found out my daughter is coming to visit me this afternoon. And so I was like, oh, I need to get all of this stuff done so that I can just be relaxed and visit with my daughter. Okay, so goodness, what are we doing today? Look, we're doing a gorgeous card. This is the Arrange a Wreath bundle. And I caved. Do you guys know I have a customer named Elaine Wheeler, and she's always sending me beautiful cards, and she has sent me several Arrange a Wreath cards, and I love them. And I finally caved after Christmas. I finally got that Arrange a Wreath bundle. So this is actually my first card with it, and the only thing is that I'm sad about is that I didn't get the Arrange a Wreath bundle like last summer, because then I could have used it all fall for fall cards. I could have used it at Christmas time for Christmas cards. But as it is, I'm left to working on it with Valentine's Day cards. Of course, you can always turn a Valentine's Day card into an anniversary card. And then I'm also left with Easter. So they have some pretty Easter cards and spring cards that you can make with Arrange a Wreath. So I need another sip of coffee. Oh, goodness. So fun to be here. Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Yes, there will be a drawing. I will give away some pearls. Yeah, so probably a half pack of pearls. I'll do that on Thursday. So I will make 2 cards today. You will get into the drawing by sharing the video on your timeline and letting me know that you've shared, or just make a comment on this video and tell me where you're watching from, or if you have the bundle, or if you're planning on getting the bundle. That's a good way to get into the drawing too. One more sip of coffee, then I'll flip the camera down and we'll get started. Remember, live the dream, everyone. Live the dream. Join Stampin' Up! Get your crafting at a discount. Always, every order. And contact me if you want more information. I'm on a mission to have all of my crafty stamping friends live the dream. Give me a second to flip the camera down. So let's look at what we're using today. We are using an ink, of course, and we're going to be using Cherry Cobbler because the colors on this beautiful card are Cherry Cobbler, Smoky Slate, and Whisper White. And the background paper that we're using, because you'll notice there's this beautiful mottled background paper on here. That's from the In Good Taste Designer Series paper that's in our annual catalog, along with all the products that I'm using today is in the annual catalog. So it's the In Good Taste 12 by 12 DSP. There's 12 different designs, 2 each. So it's a 24 pack of paper. And the actual paper that we're using today is back here. It's got the smoky slate and white and gray bricks. And then we're going to use the other side here, which is this kind of mottled gray look. And I love it. So the other thing, of course, we're going to have on our card is some pearls because we have to accent that cute little ribbon up there. And then the grand finale here is the fabulous Arrange a Wreath bundle. So you can see there is Valentine's, there's kind of a Thanksgiving or fall, there's an Easter, there's a Best Wishes, which could be used for, see this Best Wishes stamp, that could be used for anniversaries or weddings. So you could even create kind of a wedding card. There's a Merry Christmas right here. So this is kind of an all-season stamp set. And then, of course, the bundle has a lot of coordinating images that you can cut out on your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So let me get the supplies out and we'll start making this card. The very first thing that we're going to want to have, of course, is our card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and it is in Cherry Cobbler. So I've got that pre-scored. I just have to find my bone folder here. Here it is. So I'm going to fold this towards the mountain because that's how you get the best fold line. And then go ahead and score that or press that down with your bone folder so the card lies flat while you work with it. There we go. And then we are going to need an inside panel and an outside panel that we're going to be working with all through this card. So all of these panels are cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So basically, if you're making just one card, you would need 2 panels, one for the outside and one for the inside. So this is just your basic white paper. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside panel. So let's get that going. And oh, I didn't even show you the inside panel. Let me do that. So here it is. It says Happy Heart Day, and it's got this little row of hearts at the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that next. So we're going to, of course, need our Cherry Cobbler ink. And then we need our sentiment. Actually, the only stamping on the card is going to occur right now. And because I want to make a really good impression, I'm going to use a Stampin' mat. Plus, it helps you see what I'm doing anyway. So we're going to ink up the sentiment, which says Happy Heart Day. And put that about 1/3 of the way down. We'll do that on both panels. And then the next thing you're going to do are these cute little hearts. So it's really neat how they do this. They have 2 hearts on one stamp, and it coordinates with 2 hearts in your set of dies. And guess what? You can cut out 2 hearts at one time. So that's pretty special. But you can also use it to make a quick border on your cards. So in this particular instance, 6 hearts fit perfectly along the bottom of a 4-inch wide panel. So the way to get that to look really good and spaced properly is stamp your first set of hearts on the left side. And then your second set of hearts get stamped on the right side. And then just put the third set of hearts right in the middle. And you get a darling border just like that. Isn't that nice? It works great. So a cute little decorated inside. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. We'll put the outside hearts on first, and then we'll stamp that center set of hearts. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get these panels out of the way, because otherwise I could possibly lose them or get ink on them. You know how it goes. You guys are stampers. If you have too many things on your desk, you risk losing them or getting ink on them or glue on them. So it's a good idea just to get things down when you can. Unless there's a ribbon wrap. Then you know what happens if you put things down too quick on a ribbon wrap. Then you don't get your ribbon wrapped. That's a problem. Okay, so we're putting this one here. So now we have our inside panels done. Easy peasy. Okay, so now let's work on that outside section. So the first thing, of course, is we have our Whisper White. See, we have this lovely contrast between the white and the cherry cobbler. That looks so nice. So we're going to go ahead and get that panel down next. And you could use multi-purpose liquid glue, but since I have my Stampin' Seal out, I'm just going to go ahead and use that. So we can set this on and just put it so that it is in the middle and all four borders are nice and even. We're going to do the same thing over here. I think I've got some, oh my goodness, my seal is falling off the edge here. There we go. Fixed it. Now we're going to put this on. Let me grab I got a little bit of Stampin' Seal that doesn't quite look right. How many of you have these little guys? Stampin' Up used to sell them and then they stopped selling them. They're adhesive removers. I think, I'm sure Amazon would sell them or an art supply store, but they're kind of, I think they're called gum erasers or something like that. But I love them. I have them everywhere in my house. I have them, you know, at every workstation. Because when Stampin' Up decided not to carry them anymore, I was so panicky. I bought a whole bunch. So yeah, I have those all over the place. But I love them, and I use them all the time to get those little stray bits of adhesive up. Okay, so then let's see. What are we going to do next? We are going to need our designer series paper. So that is cut 1/8 inch smaller. So I have that cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And again, we'll go ahead and just use Stampin' Seal on the back. And we'll set this in so that all four borders, again, are nice and even. And you're just going to have a little skinny little border all the way around, but it shows up really nice because of the deep contrast between the colors. I am so excited about my upcoming kit to go that I'm going to be debuting the first Tuesday of February, which I guess is a week from today. I've already got all the cards figured out. And it's going to be the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set. And there's going to be a set of dies that go with it because Stampin' Up is going to be introducing that. Oh my gosh, they are all so cute. I can't wait to show them to you. So that's going to happen a week from today on Tuesday. I think it's February 2nd. So for those of you that love getting kits from me, you'll have to tune in on that day. The next thing you're going to need is a scrap of Whisper White, and then you're going to run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and you're going to end up with some little beautiful little white wreaths. Aren't they cute? Oh my gosh, I just love them. So to put these on, I am just going to flip them over. There's plenty of room for glue because the leaves are pretty big. So I'm just gonna dot some glue, just little dots. Well, provided my glue wants to work here. Just little dots all the way around. And not every leaf, although you could do every leaf. It just depends. I don't want to take the time to do every leaf, so I'm just picking a few here. And then just go ahead and put that onto your card. And I'm going to keep this pretty close to the top because we want to have room for our heart down below. Whoops, let me get that on there. All right, let me press that in. And then let me do the other one real quick too. So again, just make sure you keep it pretty close to the top. Otherwise your heart is going to, I don't know, it's okay if it intersects a little bit with the wreath, but I think it looks better if it's more standalone and isn't too close to the wreath. So that means the wreath's got to go kind of high. All right, so now this one is ready to go on. And again, just get it up there pretty high. There we go. All right, so then another thing that you'll need to do is you'll need a piece of scrap paper to stamp all of your little hearts. Remember how we stamped all these little hearts? So stamp a bunch of little hearts. I've got all these little cutouts here. And then you're going to cut them out with your little heart die. So you're going to need 2, 4, 5 little heart cutouts for each card. So I think I've got all of those cut out already. And then you've got your little heart die that's going to go right here. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute already, and we aren't even done. So there's a sweet little love. I'm going to hold this up close so you can see this. See how there's a little love cut out in the heart? Isn't that pretty? Well, we want to make that show up a little more. I mean, it shows up pretty good, but it'll look a lot more contrasting and a lot more beautiful if we put a little strip of Whisper White or Basic White. I'm going to be calling it the wrong name for a while. Behind it. So let's go ahead and do that. So this time I'm going to just take a little bit of glue. We don't need very much, so I'm just doing a couple of dots of glue here. And then we're going to put our Whisper White behind that. And we're going to do the same thing for both of them. So let me flip this one over. And again, I'm just adding a few little dots of glue because we're going to be putting this on with dimensionals, so we don't need to have this glued on like super seriously strong, just enough so that we can cut the excess off. Whoops. All right, so let me show you how to do that. So, oh, for heaven's sakes, I got to re-glue. My fingers are a little sticky today, so I keep pulling things away too quickly. Let me do this again. Because you know, with live video, if something's not going to work out right, it's going to happen now. I could probably craft all day when I'm not on live video and do everything perfectly. Or maybe you just notice your mistakes more when you're, when you're in front of somebody else. I'm just so used to making mistakes that I hardly notice it when I'm just on my own. All right, so here we go. We've got our little love heart, and we're just going to take our scissors and be very careful when you cut next to the E, because look how tight that is. So you're just going to cut away that side, and then again, just cut away this side. And then you have a little bit of a love that shows up really brightly and pretty. Do the same thing over here. And again, you just have to be careful when you're cutting next to the outside so that you don't cut away and then, cut too far. All right, so let me get those little scraps out of the way. And we can go ahead and put these on our card already. So let me show you what I mean by the fact that, there are dimensionals that's going to help hold that on. So that's why you really don't need very much glue. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more. because you just need that glue on there long enough so that you can do that little cutaway. And then the dimensionals hold everything together after that. Okay, so let's put this on our card. Hold on. Okay, so here it is. We're just gonna set it right here in the center at the bottom. Oh, so pretty. It's almost pretty just like that, but it's gonna look even prettier when we add the bow and the heart accents. There we go. All right, so then let's put our bows on. So the bows are kind of funky and fun. Let me see, do I have a piece of white? I want to show you. So this is the bows that you can cut out. So I just cut these out of little scraps of cherry cobbler paper. But look at, there's a little separate extra bow here that makes the ribbon look fluffier, which is just a cool idea. So to put these together, just gonna add a little glue right here, or you could do a glue dot too. A glue dot would work really well. And then just set it right over the top. And it gives just a little extra, I don't know, it makes the bow look fuller and fluffier. I love it. So then we'll do the same thing over here. We're just gonna add a little glue, or you could do a mini glue dot, which would also work great. And then just set that on here. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, so we're gonna put that onto the front of our card. I think I am gonna use a mini glue dot because it'll be quicker. And I won't be worried about it sliding around because glue, you know, has that little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just going to set this on top of a glue dot. And you know what? I might as well put all my little hearts on glue dots too because that'll be so quick. So take 5 hearts for each card and start putting them on glue dots. So I'll need 10 hearts. So I've got 3. I should have had some of this done in advance, I'm sorry. Had I woke up just a tiny bit earlier, I maybe could have been more prepared. Oh well. Just a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more. 8, 9, and 10. All right, now it's just a matter of putting all of our little decorations on the card. So we'll do that. And what I'm going to use is my Take Your Pick tool because my fingers can kind of get stuck on things, if you guys I'm sure have noticed. So this will be so nice because I can use the extension, the little pointy part of the Take Your Pick tool, and then my fingers don't get in the way and I can see exactly where I want to go with my decorations. So I'm going to put this right here at the top of my card. There's one. We'll get the other one out of the way here and do that one. That one will go right here. And look, it's so cute already, but let's add the hearts and make it even cuter. So then put 1 heart at the very bottom, because then this is going to help you know, this will kind of guide you where everything needs to go, because there's 5 hearts on the wreath. So the heart on the bottom goes right here. And then you're just going to space them out. So 1 there and 1 up here. So it's kind of like 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. For those of you that are into, you know, spacing like a clock. There we go. There's one done. I just have one more to do here. For those of you that are part of my Facebook group called Happy Stampers, Stamping to Share, just want to let you know that tomorrow, Wednesday, the 27th, I will be jumping on and doing a mailbox share, because I have gotten so many pretty cards in the mail, and I love to take that time on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock to do mailbox shares, and then I also share swap cards that I've received. So you can find me tomorrow in my group called Happy Stampers, Stamping to Share. All right, so we just have one finishing touch that we need to add to this card to make it absolutely perfect, and that is a pearl. So once again, we'll use the Take Your Pick tool. This time we'll use the other end that has the putty. And we'll slide a pearl off whoops. My putty is going crazy here. We'll slide a pearl, and we're just gonna set it right here. Oh my goodness, the beautiful, perfect finishing touch, wouldn't you say? There it is, you guys, all done and gorgeous. All right, so we did these two, and then these two were done in advance, and they're so pretty. I hope you've enjoyed this Facebook Live today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.